This is Faith Dahlquist. This is a brief video to explain the learning options available during Stage 3. Since we previously shared information on the special ed program starting October 19th, the emphasis on this video will be for the remainder of the students. Since August, much has changed in guidance from our local health department. Because of these changes, it is now feasible to return to some types of in-person instruction. This is the stage metrics that we will be using. As you can see, there are 4 different columns of data that we will be tracking. The first is the number of new cases per 100,000 in our local population. Also then the positivity rate, the amount of PPE we have in stock, and the staff availability that we have to continue with instruction. We will continue to monitor all of this as we progress further into the year. Right now, we are solidly in stage 3, which means that we can start in-person instruction. Here are some of the priorities that we had while planning our stages of in-person instruction. First, of course, we needed to minimize the health risk for all students and staff. We also tried to maximize the time for in-person instruction. It also was important for families to still have a choice in how to address the educational needs of their children. And finally, we did prioritize our students with significant disabilities and our younger students to come back to in-person first. Please visit our website for all the details about cleaning and sanitization, and also the health and safety procedures. Please know that a daily survey form will be issued to all parents for completion prior to the start of the school day through Tyler while we are in stage 3. If parents choose not to complete a certification, students will have their temperature and system screening completed by a staff member at school. Now let's get into the 2 options in stage 3. There would be a hybrid, which would be some in-person instruction and some remote learning. And then the second option, which would be by choice, would be to continue with all remote learning. Both choices would have a schedule change. Our staff and teachers and administrators did work on committees to create both the in-person plans and the remote learning plans that will soon be starting. All of the plans have shortened days of instruction with no lunch, have maximized instructional minutes to try to match or exceed what is happening now. We worked hard to center plans in equity for all students. You'll notice that all plans have the schools divided in half by letter of last names, with Group A being students with last names A through K, Group B, students with last names L through Z, and then Group C, which is students that are continuing with remote only. Also, we needed to work hard to create start times and end times so that each one of our buses could run a high school route, a junior high route, and an elementary route. Here are the start and end times for in-person instruction for the various levels. Please also know that we did build cohorts where students would come to school consecutive days. For example, Group A would come to school on Monday and Tuesday, Group B would come to school on Thursday and Friday, and of course, Group C would be remaining at home. By doing this, we have a cleaning day or a weekend in between each group. There also would be 5 days before each similar cohort would come back to school that would allow for better reaction time for tracking and isolation if necessary. Let's get into talking about the sample schedules. This is the early childhood schedule. Students would have the option of coming in 2 days a week and then having 2 days of go live, or they could continue with 4 days of go live sessions with their teachers. This is a sample of an elementary schedule for Group A. So they would be coming in person on Monday and Tuesday from 9:30 to 12:30. Then there would be travel time home and then have extra work time, student support time, and science videos in the afternoon. Wednesday would be our times for PE, art, and music and library. And then Group A on Thursday and Friday would be at home in the morning working on assignments, doing those kinds of things. And then in the afternoon, there would be go live sessions with the teacher for reading, math, and writing. Group B would be very similar, except they would be at home on Mondays and Tuesdays and come to school from 9:30 to 12:30 on Thursdays and Fridays. This is Group C, which is our students that would be continuing with all remote instruction. They would have their go live sessions each afternoon with their current teacher for reading, writing, and math. Regardless of the option that you choose, all students would have 4 days of interaction with their teacher. Now let's go on to junior high and high school. The junior high schedule is similar from elementary in that there is a group A and a group B and a group C of students. Group A are the students that come in person, just like the elementary schools. But what is different here is while they are in school on Monday and Tuesday, groups B and C would be participating remotely in classes via live stream. Then group A would have travel time to go home, and there would be go live sessions for all three groups, very similar to how there is now in the afternoon. Again, Wednesday would be off, then Thursday and Friday, Group B would come in person. Group A and C would participate simultaneously remotely, and then Group B would go home. There would be a break for everyone, and then Groups A, B, and C would happen. We will be providing a lot of training for staff to know how best to instruct, to be engaging and effective for all students during this time. High school is very similar to junior high, with some students coming in person and some students participating simultaneously live. So the schedule looks very similar to the junior high piece, but please note that the order of the periods has changed since our original presentation on September 28th. They now go in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on Monday, and then in reverse on Tuesday, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is to allow all the different sessions to come in person for groups A and B. It also has all in-person instruction starting with either period 5 or period 4. This was done because this is where many of our students have lunch, and this would allow for a late arrival for those students. We are wanting parents to complete their form indicating their choice by October 21st. We are doing this far in advance so that we can alter some of the A and B groups if they are unbalanced or have a lot of students in them. If we do not hear from a family and they do not complete the form by October 21st, it will be assumed that students are coming in person. We will be hiring additional custodians and health clerks to assist with all the extra cleaning and screenings during in-person instruction. Also on our website, there is lots of additional information on health and safety, frequently asked questions, all the different stage metrics, more information on students with disabilities, our technology during this time, and also our food service program. Please know we are here to help. If you need additional information or have questions, please reach out to your building or your district administrators. Thank you.